Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special afternoon session that I have from time to time when I am blessed with a lot of donations early in the earlier portion of the morning for my morning session. And so I come back on to complete more free readings because I like giving back to my community. And so that's what we're doing. So I'm not taking any new questions in this session. I will be back in 2 hours for my evening session at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to join us then, as soon as I'm done with this one, I will put out a notification for that, and you can jump in a little early. I usually do it an hour early, but I might be going beyond an hour for this session because I do have quite a few I'm going to try to get through. After this session, I will pin a comment down below in the comments. Well, that's where you pin comments, right? Listing the order in which the readings appeared. So that's how you can check those out. And if you are enjoying free readings, please give the video a thumbs up. It does help grow my channel and it helps spread the Zen love so you can be part of the Love Tsunami. All right, so let's jump in. We left off Hot Sun was going to be up next for the next free reading. And I'm going to be continue to use the Enchanted Forhaxa Tarot. And let's take a look here and see. Let's try to move it back a little bit. All right. So you want to know what are Matt's actions towards you, if any, this weekend, and what's at the bottom of the deck? All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So you have one card coming out. All right. Well, you have the Strength card coming in here, which is Leo energy. And there is this more so connection with your higher self. You know, this is your human self and your higher self having this communion. You do have both the Ace of Air and the Ace of Water on the bottom here. And so both of these are about new beginnings, you know, new love, new communication coming in. So I feel like that you will maybe have some sort of communication with them. I don't feel like you're going to hang out. I feel like with that Strength card, you're just hanging out with the beautiful higher self of yours, getting, you know, doing some special contact there. And that's also the Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords for you, is connecting to your higher love, your higher self love. And also that allows you to see things from a different perspective. I feel like it's a weekend where you have some good ahas, some good connections with spirit. We are in Aquarius moon energy, a couple days, and then also we go in then into Pisces, which connects us higher. I think it's on Sunday we move into Pisces, but I feel like it's more Hot Sun of an interaction with between you and your spirit there. So just maybe a little bit of like a text or, you know, something like that from them, but I don't feel like a togetherness with them this weekend. All right, I know, what are you gonna do? All right. And then Lynx Lee, you're up next, and you want to know Leo's thoughts and next actions towards you. Let's take a look here. Leo's thoughts and next actions. Well, you know, they go from, you know, this emotional confusion of the Seven of Water, the Seven of Cups, to this Eight of Fire, which is fast action and movement, but that's more passion than it is like love. And I feel like they're, you know, in this place of emotional confusion, just emotions all over the place, emotional confusion all over the place. But I do feel like their next actions are going to be sharing here more of the physical and energetic attraction than emotion. They're thinking about things. The Seven of Cups, when there's emotional and mental confusion, it means that there's some hesitancy and vulnerability, which has to do with nothing with you. It has to do with their past and what they've experienced. And that's where this hesitancy is coming in, where, you know, they kind of hold back. They'll share that Leo fire energy with you, but the heart is very well protected because it has had a lot of pain in the past. So they're not quickly to let it out of its cage. So that's what's coming in for you, Linksley. Hopefully that helps. But hey, if you want some passion, I feel like that is available, but I don't know how long it'll be, excuse me, before they'll allow that other heartfelt emotion to come in. So that's what we have for you. But that's it for now. Links, Lee. So many blessings to you and Grace 1111. You want to know who is coming towards you? We'll take a look here. What does Spirit wants you to know about who is coming towards you? Wow. Well, it is someone who, with the Nine of Cups, it feels very much almost like an emotional dream come true. I like the Three of Earth too, because that is them feeling like they can be true to their authentic self. It's someone who doesn't try to please others. They don't try to put on airs. It's like you get what you see. They don't try to hide and pretend to be someone they're not, out of fear of rejection. They're just like, I am me, and if you don't like it, too bad. I like that kind of energy there because it is very, I don't know, refreshing and they're real. And I like that for you, which I feel is like one of the things that helps them appear to be this emotional dream come true. Because you're like, I don't have to wonder how they're feeling. They're just okay. Well, there they are, right? I like it. Some of my closest friends were from New Jersey, which they were known for just being blunt. And I appreciate bluntness. Like, don't beat around the bush, just tell me. And I like that. So that's what's coming in right now for you, Grace. And then Smooth Life, you'd like a general reading. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? So what does Spirit want you to know? All right. There's a lot of activity going around home. Four of Pentacles for me is really coming in with very home type energy. That could be your house or what you feel like, you call home. And the Eight of Fire, the Eight of Wands is a lot of energy, a lot of movement, a lot of activity. So I feel like that Spirit is letting you know, um, it's important to balance. The fours and the eights here are about balance. It's a lot of energy. I mean, a lot of activity. It's like, do you have a full house of people? A lot of things happening, a lot of things unfolding, a lot of people coming and going. It almost feels like, you know, a holiday, like a holiday party, holiday event, but it just feels like it goes on, and it's important for you. You can say no, you can put up boundaries, you can go take a nap, you can go rest, you can go, I need to run to the store and go take some time to yourself or whatever. But it is important that you also take time for you because I feel like your home life right now is just like ludicrous speed of a lot of activity. So Spirit is basically saying rest, grasshopper, rest. It's important to maintain both your emotional, physical, mental balance, and it's okay, your energetic balance, to step away from things here and there as well. So that is what they have for you, Smooth Life. So many blessings to you. And Goldie, you want a spirit message? Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know right now? It's all right. All right. So you've got the Queen of Fire and the Four of Pentacles. And this is this message here, Goldie, that Spirit is saying, don't be afraid to connect with Spirit, to really shine and let others see the fire that is within you. The Queen of Fire has a great connection with Spirit. Not only does she roll over spiritual energy, but the queens are given water, which is their intuition, their empathic abilities. And, the Four of Pentacles for you resembles like this solid foundation in the outside world. And the steps that there definitely things are unfolding and moving forward where you're having a solid foundation and this balancing of the outside world coming in, but it's important for you to connect higher, because in doing that you see things from a different perspective. You get answers for things that you don't feel like you would have normally gotten before. If you go with just the human mind, they're going to come up with the regular answers. But I feel like for things to go smoother and to be even more balanced and more solid, connecting with Spirit and getting into that silence is important for you during this time, because they will give you answers and show you, directions on how to overcome things or go around things, above things, under things, through things, and they will give you the best route. So don't be afraid to ask them. You're worthy of their support and their um, advice. So they're the eye in the sky. They know what's going on. They can see things. So, definitely, um, especially if you are getting like repeating numbers or synchronicities, things that they're trying to get your attention to go, we're here behind you for your support. Just a reminder. And so it's a reminder. They're here for you. You can ask them of your own free will, but they will not meddle in your life unless you ask them to, because they do honor your power of choice and free will. So that's important. All right. And that's what they have for you, Goldie. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Malhotra, hey. So you're going to get another exam tomorrow. Ooh, okay. All right. So guidance, another exam. Swoosh. You're a glutton for punishment. I'm just kidding. Let's take a look here. Yeah. Same old advice. Two of water, emotional choice, and the moon. Really connect to your emotions and allow spirit to help you as well. You can ask them, you can connect with spirit. But the big thing with all this emotion is be aware of your emotions, because every moment is an emotional choice. And it's either of lower vibrational energy, that's related and rooted in the fear of losing love, and higher vibrational joy, gratitude, laughter. And when we're in this higher, when we're not in fear, we can connect to our brilliant mind and all that information that's up there. When we're in fight or flight mode, we have no access to that. It doesn't want us to think and analyze. It wants us just to fight or flee. And so managing your emotions is very important for this, just to look at your fears and go, what's the worst that could happen? And that's not the death of me. I will get through this one way or another. And so I'm going to choose joy and gratitude for my ability to be able to take the test, for the mind, the brilliant mind, and to start having gratitude for what you do have and for your brilliance and for access to your mind, and just focus on the higher vibrational energies, and you'll have access to all that beautiful, beautiful knowledge that everything that we like, lectures that we listen to, things that we read, things we listen to, all is being recorded in this brain. Even though we may not be aware of it, we have access to it, which is amazing. That's why when they hypnotize people, sometimes they can pull out new information that they didn't know they had in there before. So that is what they have for you right now, Kritika. So many blessings to you. And then Dijona, hello, hello. So, all right. Cards are flying. Excuse me, take a quick sip here. So, Dijona, you'd like a general reading. Let's see what Spirit has for you right now. Let me just give these a shuffle. All right. So, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. So you've got the Six of Swords and the Elder of Fire, which is the King of Wands in the Standard Tarot. And this is a lot like, the Emperor energy, which is this, you get a lot of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and all the opinions and advice from everyone. It's like the Emperor. They just get inundated with all these opinions of who they're supposed to be, what they're supposed to do, all that. But there comes a time here, especially with the Six of Swords, which is movement of old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, that really has this movement of, the Aries energy, the fire energy of the elder, of the king, and the Six of Air is movement of thought and belief, that you have this change the way you look at things that sparks movement, that sparks you leaving behind old things and going, why do I even believe that anymore? And you replace it with thoughts that create this passion, create this form around where you're wanting to head and what you're wanting to do. This very much is a nudge from spirit to, now is the time to head towards this new adventure, this new way of thinking, this new opening of things. So, whatever you have been struggling with, like hitting up against, Spirit is saying just question why you believe what you do. Any limiting, lessening beliefs that you have, question those, because you can move forward into something bigger, and it is time to grab the bull by the horns and head forward with it. So that is what they have for you, Daijona. So here we go. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Many blessings to you. And then soul searching vibe. You wanted a general reading. Let's see. What does spirit have for you today? All right. These two. And you've got the ace of air and the three of earth. So you do have this creativity that can come about here. The three of earth, the three of pentacles is about being true to your authentic self. But with this combination, I'm feeling this energy of it's time for you to be creative, think about things differently, new ideas, clarity around something that brings you doing things in a different way in the outside world, being more true to your authentic self. But it is about creation. It is about connecting to this higher, I don't know, this creative force, which is allowing you to find creative answers for something in the outside world that you wouldn't have thought of before. And it's about taking a big deep breath, coming to a place of peace, stepping backward, listening with your being to the higher realms and going, little help here. Can you, give me a little bit of a hint on how I can get around this or how I can solve this situation? And you're going to get some amazing ahas that come in for this for you. So I like that for you, soul searching vibes. So creative, new creative, more true to the authentic you, clarity and new ideas on how to deal with something is right at the tip of your tongue. It's at the tip of your brain, just waiting to come in. So calmness, open up your mind and your heart, and the answers will come. So I like that for you. All right, and that's what they have for you, soul searching vibe, and then angel blessings. You want to know how will your future spouse be? All right, let's see. What is spirit willing to give you a little tidbit about your future spouse here? All right. Oh, I like this. They've got some fairly new things going on with him in their life here. The Ace of Cups, which is the Ace of Water that's showing here, this is about that it is a new love. It's someone that you haven't met before, and they are on this, they've got a lot of self-love. And the Page of Earth here too is that they have this heightened awareness of their worth in relationship to the outside world too. So they're very confident. They've got this, but the confidence, it's not arrogance about I'm better than everyone else in the world, blah, blah, blah. It's confidence because it's inner confidence. They know who they are, what they want, who they want to be. And it comes through that way. So it's very I like it because they're not, intimidated by people. They don't feel the need to defend. They're very open-minded and open-hearted about other people because they know they don't have to take their stuff on as their own because they're confident in who they are. So they don't they don't have that reaction like someone who needs to, "Well, I'm better than you are," kind of energy there. So I love that for you, angel blessings. That's one more little tidbit towards who your future spouse is, this character of who they are. So that's it for now. So many blessings to you. And then new love, you are up next. Hello. So do we see Demir being interested in you? He's still looking, but no action. All right, let's take a look here and see what's going on with the looker here. I feel like right now that they're still in a lot of fears here with that 3 of swords energy, the 3 of air. They're working on it here. They're looking at their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets, and they're looking at trying to see things from a different perspective and step beyond their fears. So they're on this internal mental thinking process about things. So I feel like they're still got a ways to go in clearing some of those, past belief systems that were formed when they were younger and reinforced from other people too. So I feel like that the no action's gonna still happen for a little bit. I don't feel like anything be from now until the end of the year. I feel like they're for some reason kind of in a protective mode with other things going on in their life. So their inner reflection has kind of come to a snail's pace. So I don't see anything until like maybe January, with the Ace of Air being communication of some sort. So if you have an opportunity, if you are interested in them and you're at some sort of gathering or something and you see them, just smile and say hi at them. Just bzz, bzz, but don't expect a whole lot right now. Sorry, new love, but that's what's coming through. So many blessings to you. And then a new three. Hi. So do you have a future with the Pisces? Let's take a look here based on current energies. Do you have a future with Pisces? Well, there is a possibility here because you've got two tens, one being the Wheel of Fortune, which does say, wow, there is a possibility for your human side to be very happy with it. But you have the 10 of air, the 10 of swords, which is the ending and beginning of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And so, when I say there's a possibility of a future, there's a lot of supposed tos and shoulds, need tos, have tos, must, all these expectations around what a relationship should be, who someone's supposed to be, who I'm supposed to be, blah, blah, blah. A lot of different things. And I feel like there's some contradictory between the two of you. And in order to have a future, there's a lot of that needs to be let go because it's exhausting trying to please everyone, trying to live up to all these expectations. Because if you have all these expectations, it takes all that energy just to hit zero. And it's hard to do that when you have so many. When you clear those down, then you get to celebrate who someone is. And then that's when a relationship grows instead of sucks the life out of each of you. So there is a possibility, but there is some needing to be done here of looking into our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, that all that thinking, all those roles we have, and try to question what is true and why, not just because we were told about it from parents or family or religious leaders or TV or whatever. It's like, what do I believe, right? So I like this coming in here because there's freedom there, but definitely possibilities. But it's not guaranteed because if we don't work on those things, then there's no future because it sucks the life out of both of you. All right. So that's what's going on in News 3. So many blessings to you. And then Cutie, you're up next. So who is manifesting you romantically? You crack me up when you say it that way. You're not a genie who gets summoned, right? So who is being drawn? You guys are being drawn together, right? All right. So you do have the Elder of Fire. I'm sorry, Elder of Air and the Two of Fire. Elder of Air is like the King of Swords. And so it's someone that definitely very much air signy, a lot in their head, a lot of thinking, great communicator, but very intelligent, a little more difficult to express their emotions. They're more geared here with the Two of Fire to more share passion and attraction first, before they would open up and show that heart that is in there. It's just very deep in there. Um, and this is who's being attracted to you right now. So, and I feel like this person that's manifesting you, that they're manifesting more than one with the Two of Wands. I feel like there's they're not being specific in their manifestation. I feel like they're um trying to figure things out with their overthinking mind. And, so they're like, well, I could have this or this or this. I just feel like they are not, um, like zeroed in on just you specifically. I feel like they're looking and it's just like they feel so like structured that they almost look, and this sounds um interesting because it is how they look at another person as a source of receiving something they want, and they look at it more as how do they call it? Where it's like, not contractual, but it's like, it's not so much emotional for them as it is. I'm trying to think of the word. You're probably thinking of it already, but it's just like it's, not convenient, but it's just this. Oh, transactional. That's it. Thank you, Spirit. Transactional more than romantic and emotional. So this is who's coming in, who's drawing towards you. And when you look at what kind of individuals you are drawing to you, because that's equal energy, like attracts like. And so when you are looking at what kind of people you're around or romantically drawing to you, because they're drawing you to them, but you're drawing them to you too. You can look at it and go, "What is this? What am I trying to see? Why these mirrors I'm looking into, which are these people, are showing me what I want to see about myself. So what I'm looking and seeing in them is actually existing somehow in me." And I feel like it's an important time for you to really look at the people you've been invited into your life in the past, both romantic and family and friends and everyone else, and look for some trends. Because until we look at it, believe me, trust me, I know. I had like 5 relationships with almost the virtually the same person, just in different bodies. And I'm like, "Oh, they will show us what we wanna see until we see it," whether it's through the same person or multiple. So, be aware, and that's what they have for you, cutie. Alright. And then Pinky, you are up next. So, future self messages. Let's see, what does your future self want you to know right now? All right. Wow, 2 major arcana, and there's this beautiful transformation that's coming in here from your future self. You know, the Hanged Man is kind of like a transformational person. It's almost like they're in a cocoon turning into a butterfly, and it's taking time for that to unfold. And the Star card is like a wish upon a star. And I feel like what your future self is telling you is that, don't get so caught up in like, this is my dream, because some of that is not yours. Some of it is something that was given to you. So your future self is saying, a hint is to step away out of your mind and really try to see what is it that is your high heart's dream come true, and balance that with your mind and just kind of see and look at it and go, what is my true dream come true? Not the one that I've been given and been regurgitating all my life, but there's been some alteration, there's been some change to it. And that's what your higher self wants you to look into, your future self wants you to look into is, what's the truth of my dream? What is it that I want? Not what everyone else has told me I want, but what do I want? And I feel like they want you to do that right now, because that does help you, because that guides you into your future. And they're like, yeah, so it'll save you time. Instead of having to go this way, you can go this way, and you can even get even further on your dream. And so they're giving you an opportunity from the future to go, if you take a right instead of a left, it'll cut the trip in half. So I like that. Right. And that's what they have for you, Pinky. So many blessings to you. And then Kritika Sayani, hello, hello. And what is coming into your love life next? All right, let's see. What does Spirit want you to know that's coming into your love life next? All right. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, you're going to have some passion and sensuality come in here with the Empress and the Eight of Wands. So a lot of passion. So a lot of attraction, both physical and energetic. But there is a new birth here with the Empress. It's also this time to nurture yourself. Don't, you know, do things that you are not wanting for yourself. And there's this new birth that comes in with all of this too. And if you're with someone now, it's like an enhanced, it just takes you to another level. And if you're not with someone, this is definitely someone new that's bringing in this, like I said, this sensuality, this attraction first. The Empress does bring in, she has, water mixed in there. So there is some emotion there, not as much as the Queen of Cups. But the Queen of Cups, it's like the Empress is made up of all four queens. So really, there is two, three, four, five parts emotion amongst all that. So there is emotion in there, for sure. But the passion is expressed first. So that's what's coming your way. So buckle up, Buttercup. All right. That's what they have for you. And then charming girl, you're up next. Have you already known your spouse? And if yes, how do you recognize them? All right, let's take a look here. Do you know your future spouse? All right. Yeah, you do. Um, the Four of Pentacles came out first, which I heard home. So it's someone that feels like home. Excuse me. And the Six of Cups is also childhood. So it's possible um that it could be someone from your past, from home. But I feel more so this is past life energy. And the feeling how you'll know them is they will feel like home. And you will feel like you've known them for lifetimes and lifetimes, even though I don't feel like you've known them in this lifetime yet. If you have, you haven't known them very well. But um, when you connect with them, you're going to be just like, where do I know you from? You're going to think of like work and school and all this stuff. And you're just like, no, really, quite honestly, I don't feel like you've known them at all, because that's how you know them, is that they feel this way, but you haven't known them, and you feel like you've known them all your lives. And there's this great connection that's beyond anything else. Like, you won't have to wonder, how will I recognize him? You won't be able to not recognize him when you meet him. It's just going to be like, wow, and it's gonna be mutual too. It's not just gonna be like you stalking them, you're gonna know them and they're gonna know you, and it's gonna be, one of those past life things where you feel like it's your best friend that you, are meeting up with again, but you haven't known them, in this lifetime. So I like that for you, charming girl, and that's what they have for you right now. All right, so I just wanna make sure everything is going good here. Okay, yeah, everything is working. So that's what they have for you. And then Magana, you are up next. Hello, hello. So does SV, how do they currently feel about you? Will it be a dumb decision to wait for him to come back just because I strongly feel he is going to? Oh, let's take a look here. Let me just shuffle these up here. Cards falling out all over the place. All right. So current feelings for you. Okay. Feelings about you. And is it dumb? It's never, dumb. There's just different decisions that bring us different things, right? So they see you as this queen of wands here, this queen of fire. So their feelings about you, they see you as someone who's passionate, someone who's almost otherworldly. I feel like they pick up on that you have a great connection with spirit and this intuition and that. And, you know, waiting around, here's the judgment card: double endings, double new beginnings. Your higher your higher self calling you. It's like a calling. Your higher self calls you to something else. And I feel like, even though you feel like they're strongly going to come back, I just doesn't mean that it's the best thing for you. And so trusting your higher self, I feel like, especially with that queen of wands, they're kind of nudging you to be that you. Move forward, shine bright, go live your passion, don't wait around, allow things to come in. But I feel like you're like me, who, when I fall for someone, I take myself off the market for them, because that's what I would want from them. But they will never do that for you, and you deserve to have someone like that, someone like you that feels and gives and interacts the same way that you do. So, no. Double ending, double. I feel like they've had 2 strikes. You don't need to give them 3, right? Screw me once, shame on you. Screw me twice, shame on me, right? And I feel like that's what's coming through. Your spirit guides are funny. But I just feel like, even if they come back, it's like, well, I don't know why, you know, it's like, I don't know. It's like a stray cat that has fleas and just eats and whines and meows in the middle of the night, scratches your screens. And you're like, I want, but I feel like they're going to come back. They probably will because they have a free meal. But do you want them to come back? No. I love cats, though. I probably would. But no, but it's not the best. There's something more that your higher self is calling you to. We'll leave it at that. All right. So hang in there, Magana. I know it's tough. So Shay B, you are up, and you want to ask if you will be in a committed relationship in the next 3 months. All right, let's take a look here and see if commitment is in the cards. No, I don't see a whole lot of external. I feel like there's this a committed relationship with spirit. You got the high priestess, and you got the 8 of fire, the 8 of wands, which is a ton of messages coming from spirit. And the high priestess does step back into her high priestess temple, away from all that chaos, steps and communicates up above, goes behind the veil, dives deep into their emotions. So it feels like the next 3 months are more of like this committed relationship with spirit. So yeah, you are, but not with a human. I feel like it's 3 months of just great awareness, and spirit is just speaking to you so much. And so it's important for you to take alone time to connect inward and upward, because they help you release some things, and see some things on what's been keeping commitment away from you. And it has to do with some stuff in your subconscious, your inner child, that's the forest field that keeps things away. And so they want to show you these things so that they can be released, so it can be more of a flowing into your life to where you're open to receiving this commitment. Because right now, your inner child doesn't feel like you deserve to be committed to, because of some abandonment fears from earlier in their life, some mistrust from earlier in your life that can be transformed to allow that flow in. So that's more what's coming in right now, Shay. So yay. Hang in there, hang in there. It's freeing because it allow you to bring in someone higher vibrational anyway. Because if you brought in someone now with these lower vibrations that are bubbling down underneath the surface, it's going to be a lower vibrational relationship full of mistrust and jealousy and arguments and blah blah. We don't want that, right? We want it's worth doing the 3 months to have something much better, right? So that's what's coming in. So many blessings. And then Swaroop Bobby, you want to know what is coming towards you? Let's take a look here. What is coming towards you? What does Spirit want you to know? All right, this Queen of Fire is coming out a lot. We got the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Water here, and the Queen of Fire. So I feel like what's coming towards you is an experience that is unlike what you've had before. And if you're looking for a romance, it would be this fiery individual coming in, someone who's very in tune with spirit, very in tune with their intuition and their fire. And they might seem very um, like driven on the outside, but that's only half of them. They have this beautiful emotion on the inside. And the 4 of Cups again is like someone that you haven't known. It's emotional stability. And it is this type of connection that is, like I said, the other 3 cups that are there that the person's usually bored with is what you've done before and what you've always got. And you're like, "Bah, boring." But this who's coming in for you is very fiery, very different, full of emotion, balanced with passion. And it's this wonderful, they're very intriguing to you. It feels like here. Sorry, falling off my chair. I'm on the edge of my chair. Um, but I like that for you, Swaroop. So it is someone who is able to share their passion and their emotion, and which I feel like you either have had someone who's been emotional but distant in a way, or just passion, passion, passion. All they want is like physical contact. But I feel like you're finding someone here is who's a good balance between the two of those. So that's what they have for you, Swaroop. So many blessings to you. And then Felicia Fang, hello, hello. So you want to know what's coming towards you in the next 2 months. What does Spirit want you to know is coming towards you in the next 2 months? All right. Oh, I do want that one. What else? All righty. So you've got the High Priestess and the Five of Earth, or the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is this transformative energy with the five of moving from feeling like abandonment, being left out in the cold, left behind, these feelings of lack. And the High Priestess here, she steps back away from things, right? She connects with spirit. She looks behind the scenes. She dives deep into the emotions. And these next 2 months are really this time of getting into the depth of understanding where these beliefs of lack of fear of being abandoned, fear of not being enough, where all this comes from. And it's an important time. I feel like, this next 2 months, it's realizing and really some deep ahas, because sometimes we know things up here, but when they seep into our heart and we're like, oh, now I get it. Now I know why I feel this way. And this is where the transformation happens, where this energy gets released that allows flow in your life. Because I feel like there's something keeping you stuck. And the high priestess is like spirit inviting you to step into and really spend a lot of time with them, journaling, diving into things, looking at the painful memories, even just meditating and or just sitting there and trying to clear your mind and heart, and then ask spirit, bring to me what memory I is for my most to transform right now. And they'll bring a memory up and you're like, oh crap. And then you look over it and you transform it, you understand it, and then you'd go on to the next one. And I feel like they're helping clear these clogs that bring in a beautiful, beautiful flow into your life. So I feel these next 2 months are a huge piece of that. And of course, the more energy and time you put into it, the faster things move too, right? All right. So that's what they got for you, Felicia. So many blessings to you. And then Alexis, hello, hello. Is there anything you need to be worried about in regards to the group of girls stalking and harassing you? Are you safe? All right, let's take a look here and see what we've got going on here. So yeah, you are safe here. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Fool card, which is the ending of old cycles, beginning of a new journey and a new adventure. That's over here. But a lot of this harassing and stalking all has to do with it's there being a reflection of how you feel about yourself, right? And I know was like, what? Yeah, how are you stalking yourself? How are you harassing yourself? The Ace of Cups, when we turn inward and upward for this beautiful, eternal, unconditional love, we fill up with ourself and overflow out to the world, right? When we have fears, when we have, and this is the old cycle, is fear. What am I missing? What do I hate in my life? Like, this group of girls, right? Um, what do I fear will leave my life or not leave my life? Or what do I fear will come into my life or not come into my life? When we're focusing our energy in on that, then that's what we grow. It's like attracts like. And so when I'm focusing on this group that I'm fearing and why are they picking on me, they're being a mirror for us, showing how are we picking on ourselves in here, right? What are these beliefs and mindsets that are accusing us, that are our self-critic, right? That critic who's worse than they could ever be, right? Because they bring up all this stuff up to you. But I feel like this is you're connecting inward and upward, and you are seeing yourself, seeing your love from a new place. You're able to connect with the spirit world, see yourself through their eyes. And this is where this transformation with this Fool card is this new adventure, free of so many fears, free of so many restrictions. And it's about seeing things differently, realizing that anyone that comes into our life is always a mirror reflecting back to us what we want to see about ourselves till we see it. And so you can get out of fear by focusing on gratitude and joy and laughter and peace. The more we do that, the less energy we're investing in these other things, this lower vibrational experiences, drawing them in, and we draw in higher vibrational experiences. And then when we're in this place, we can question, what was I fearing back then? What was I fearing with them? Was I fearing like what they were saying or doing was right? And did I feel like I deserved to be rejected, that I deserved to be, picked on and harassed? And when you stop defining yourself by other people's actions, but you find your self-worth inward and upward to what they think of you, this powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings who love you eternally and unconditionally. So there's no doubt how they feel. They're like, you're awesome. You're a rock star. We love you. And we always will. And like, well, what about them? And like, well, people that act that way. And I was bullied big time in middle school and junior high. And when later in life, when I was talking to a lot of friends on Facebook and stuff, and I put something out there about being bullied when I was growing up, and that anyone that experienced that, just know that the people who were bullying were scared, and they were fearing, and they felt they had to feel in control somewhere else because of what was happening elsewhere in their life. And so they overdid it. And I had like several friends who admitted that they were bullies in their high schools and junior high and elementary school. And they were like, you nailed it. I was so scared at home and so abused and all of this that they had to do something. And this is their expression of their fears. So try not to take it that their actions are geared at you. Know that they're a mirror for you. So what you're seeing is a reflection for you, but what they're doing is a reflection of what's going on inside of them. And just realize, oh, they're fearing. And you can give yourself all the love you want and fill up and let it flow out. And then hopefully that will help there. So hopefully all that message resonates for you, Alexis. Hang in there, my dear. Many blessings. But I do feel you are safe. But it will continue to happen until you find the source within you that's wanting you to see all that. All right. And then Bonita, hello. You'd like a reading around your finances? Absolutely. Let's take a look here. Let's see. What does Spirit want you to know about finances? All right. So, we've got this interesting message around finances, but it's the Knight of Cups is movement of emotion, and the Two of Swords here is about any decisions around finances to close your eyes and open your heart. The Knight of Cups is searching for your inner worth going on in there, because I feel like what's happening here, this has to do with the beliefs around receiving, which is in your heart, which is keeping finances from coming in. It's there's this belief system that's there around, this, I don't deserve it, or, what parents said, or how parents treated money. There's some foundational beliefs around finance and abundance that's bouncing around on autopilot going on below the surface. And so with this movement of cups and this getting out of your head and into your heart, it's getting to the source of what's going on here, because it doesn't matter about how much money you can make or what comes in. If your inner child doesn't feel you deserve it, it'll find a way to waste the money. It'll find a way to get you fired. It will find a way to get back to the limit that it feels it's worth. And so this is a big, huge message here, Benita, about looking into the subconscious, looking into the child self and what kind of beliefs are bouncing around below the surface. We're reading a great book here in my praying mantis session. We're almost done with it, in fact, but it's tapping into wealth. And she has a lot of great, Margaret Lynch, a lot of great information that's in there about the limits, about the beliefs, about how to tap. There's this tapping that you can do on these pressure points that allows you to communicate with your subconscious and inner child that releases things. And so I feel like that's an important piece of what's going on with your finances right now. All right. So that's what they have for you, Bonita. So many blessings. And then Michelle Lezion. Hello, hello. Good morning. It's probably afternoon where you're at now. You want to ask about the next 3 months. Let's see here. What does Spirit want you to know? What's important that I want to tell you about the next 3 months here? Yeah, definitely a transformational time here with the Devil card and the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is like this mental conflict around beliefs and thoughts and mindsets. And I feel this is more eternal than external, although it could be expressed in the external world. But with the Devil card, this is Saturn, Capricorn energy, which is the shaker and the rattler of our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets for all time. That's why the five of changing of thoughts and beliefs with, it's the number five. And then the Devil card, which is 15, 1, 5. There definitely is this 3 months of things that are being brought like to your face that you cannot not see. You'll have like the same kind of interaction with five important people in your life, or five important people in your life are going through something and you're seeing it going, this can't be a coincidence that I can hope this is for you, and it all is for you. That's what happens. The Devil card doesn't, it's not the devil coming out to get you. It's our shadow going, I'm showing you this so you can see the cage you're in, so you can release yourself from it. So there's some important beliefs and mindsets over these next 3 months that are going to be released and moved beyond that really open up opportunities and different things in your life as well. So an important 3 months. I like it. New beginnings. Boom. Right. And that's what they have for you, Michelle. So many blessings. And then Vidi Jalan, hello, hello. What message does your higher self have for you? Let's take a look here. And I want this one too. All right. So you have the Elder of Water, which is the King of Cups. That's a balancing of heart and mind. And the Ace of Fire here has to do with this new passion, this new drive, this new spark and ignition that comes in here. I like this for you because I feel like what's coming in here is, you know, a lot of our lives we let our mental body, which is like our one of our inner children, but they're formed between 7 and 14. It when it starts to form, it kind of bullies in a way our emotional inner child body, which is 7 years old and younger, even back into the womb. They will go, no, no, we can't act you up. You have to go in the cellar. They will push us down into the cellar, right? And so it's like they're pushing it down, and they're this bully that then the mind leads the life through all of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that were formed, but they were formed off of the emotions. We don't want to feel that way again, so we're going to create this, you know, trap of all these thoughts and beliefs. We want to feel that way again. We're going to create things to create that, right? But this balancing that's coming in with the King of Cups, your it's like your mind, your mental inner child is unlocking the cellar door and allowing your heart, your emotional inner child to come and have a seat at the table. And they're discussing and they're interacting. And this is this new spark because the mind was saying, "No, no, no, this is what we got to do." And the heart is going, "But I want to say so too. I want to be able to live the passion, have emotion and flow." And that's where I feel this new spark is coming in here. I just feel like your higher self is saying it's a time of allowing your heart to be expressed, your true passions to rise from the surface and to take action on that as the passion unites and ignites. So I feel like that's what's coming in for you, VD. So many blessings to you. And then Helena K, you want to know, does your crush have feelings for you? Leo and Sag, uh-oh, fire, fire, woo-hoo-hoo. Let's take a look here. Do they have feelings? Well, I feel like they're trying to figure things out here. Two major arcana, I feel like they're at this transformational time in their life. The Hierophant, the 5 here, represents like their higher self kind of calling them to this place to find out, who do you truly want to be? What do you truly want to do with your life? Who do you truly want to be with? And I feel once they do that, the Magician is when they they take this knowledge and they're going to act on it. Um, but I feel like right now they don't know what. They just know they want action in their life. They're trying to figure things out, and they are, you know, they have this anxious feeling of wanting to move on something, but it's like they're standing at a fork in the road that has 10 different paths, and they're like, I don't know, I want to go, I just don't know where I'm going. And so I don't feel like they understand their own feelings to be able to understand if they have a crush on someone. This is what I'm feeling right now. So right now I feel like they're just like so swept up and trying to figure out what the right path is they want to go down that they don't even see anyone around them. They're just so self-consumed right now. So that's what's coming in right now, Helena. So hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Ashvin Rai. Hello, hello. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well. You want some guidance on your present problem. Let's take a look here. All right. Yeah, a lot of clarity coming in here. You're at this place in your life here with this devil card in the hero fund. I mean, what a combination of seeing clarity come into your life. The hero font, like I was just talking about, is your higher self inviting you to see things truly and clearly. And the devil card is like our shadow. It's shaking up and rattling our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, our small t truths, to see that we're in a cage of small t truths so that we can become aware of our capital T truths and step out of the cage that we have self imposed us into. And so there's a lot of freedom coming in here. And, the present problem you have isn't that you have a problem, it's that you have thoughts that you have a problem. When you realize there is no problem at all, but that a problem is just a choice of a story that we're putting on something, when we realize the outside world just is, but we're given a lot of history, of opinion, of thought and belief and mindset that when that thing happens, it's a problem. When we can take the problem away and say that situation is, when we're not putting our worth around it, we're not putting fears around it, we're not putting definition of ourself around it. There's this clarity that comes in and going, okay, it is what it is, and I'm either going to get through this or I'm not. And if I'm not, I'm going to be dead, and I'm going to be, s- on the other side, super powerful, having an amazing time. That's fine, right? Or I'm going to get through it in this lifetime. In which case, I will be fine. So either way, you're going to be fine. I like the spirit saying that to you. Regardless of the outcome, you're going to be fine one way or another. So what are we fearing? Let's get into the root of it. Let's find out what's happening here. This helps you get to the root of that there is no problem. There's just a situation with fear in it. And once you bring the fear from the dark into the light, and sometimes even speaking it out with a trusted friend or saying it out loud to yourself or writing it out, when you see it, you're like, okay, well, I'm afraid I'm going to lose my job. Well, if I lose my job, what do I fear will happen then? Well, I'm going to lose, not gonna have enough money. I'm not gonna find another job. Gonna end up losing my car, my home, my possessions, get kicked out on the streets. I'm gonna be homeless. I'm gonna end up being abandoned by everyone I know, and I'm gonna die alone on the edge of the town, eaten by wolves. Eventually it gets a bit far fetched. We're like, oh, so is that really gonna happen? No. But so it's looking at and understanding what's at the root of the fear where you think it's a problem, and question that. And there's transformation that happens. So that is what they have for you, Ashvin. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. You got it. You got this. All right. Trouble woman, double trouble. Hello. Will you hook up with JV this weekend or hook up with RC this weekend? All right. Let's take a look here. So that is for JV, and this is for RC. All right. So JV, well, maybe both. JV, you got the Ace of Earth, Ace of Pentacles, which is a new opportunity opens up here, which does show that there could be an opportunity to, as you say, hook up. And with RC, you got the star card, which there's hope, dreams come true, wish upon a star that's coming in here. So, I feel like there's possibilities for both unfolding here. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Yeah, you definitely have movement of emotion coming in here under the bottom of the deck here. So I feel like it's wherever you move your energy. I feel like with that star card, I feel like you're hoping it's RC. Um, and JV, it's almost feels like you want another opportunity with them, or there might be another opportunity for them in the future. So I feel like, I mean, you might end up with both, but uh, RC has much more of a probability of that happening with the star card. And the JV might be another time, another time. So that's what's coming in double trouble. But you might end up uh, interacting with them both in some way. All right. So up next, we got Sahini. Hello, hello. Thank you for liking the video earlier. Anyone to know about Haritha for you? All right, let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about Haritha? Let me just shuffle these up here. All right. What does Spirit want you to know about Haritha? Wow, 2 8s. So, with both of these here, 8s are a big flowing number. The 8 of Cups is about leaving behind emotions and people, relationships that no longer serve you to move forward. And the 8 of Air, the 8 of Swords, is about, understanding our own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have limited us and kept us feeling trapped and blinded and bound. And with both of these coming in here, I feel like whatever attachments you have with Haritha, this is like Spirit saying it's time to move forward. It's time to move past that. You've learned what you've needed to learn in the situation with them, and even if it hasn't been much interaction, I feel like you've learned about a lot about yourself, but you also have the ability to look at a lot of your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that don't serve you anymore, and these emotions that don't serve. And I feel like it's a time of flowing, letting stuff go, both in heart and mind, than reaching out and interacting outwardly. So I feel like with both of those coming together, it's a time to leave that in the past and step forward, and not to invest any more of your energy in that. So hopefully that helps there. But that's what's coming in, Sahini. So many blessings to you. And then Bernadette Andrew, hello, hello. So you wanted to ask whether there would be any communication in the near future with your ex, who's an Aries. Aries and Sag, fire, fire, no contact situation. Okay, let's take a look here. Let's see, in the near future, any communication. We've got the 7 of Earth, which is one of the patience cards. So this would be a no, not in the near future. There's definitely the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. It's a very long path for that to happen. The Magician card here is saying, step into your power, step into your fire energy. That Magician is about realizing you have everything you need within you to make your dreams come true, and to bust forward and point your magic wand forward into your passions of life, what you want to do, what brings you joy, not to wait around, not to have this energy invested, because it is going to take forever for that to grow, and to ever come to fruition. So it's just spirits going, unless you like watching the grass grow, it's time to cut that off. Just don't invest energy in it more, and be aware of where you're investing your energy. If you focus on what you're grateful for, what you do have in your life or did, what you love in life, unconditional love and joy and laughter, we draw in things to match that energy. when we're focusing on what we're missing or what we hate or what we fear won't come in or will leave our lives or whatever, we grow that and we're telling the universe we enjoy feeling that. I want to feel that some more. And we're like, I don't want that. So I like how Spirit is saying, focus on the higher vibrational things, because in that you will stop desiring a lower vibrational relationship, which is what you had with your ex. And you're ready for something more, something different, something more in alignment with your higher self and your soul than with what you had before. So I like that for you. All right. And that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Bernadette. All right. And Liz, hello, hello. You'd love to listen to what the universe wants you to focus on in your life right now. All right. Um, the universe doesn't, um not that they don't care, the universe doesn't have an opinion. They're like, it's like a grandfather taking a grandchild to play at a playground, which is, they're like, go play on whatever you'd like. You want me to push you on the swings? I push the merry-go-round. I'll get on the other side of the seesaw if you want. If no other kids will play with you, or if there's no other kids there, or you can slide down the slide. I'll be waiting. I'll make sure you don't fall off the back, and I'll be there when you slide down. But they're like, it's up to you. What do you want to experience, right? So the things that we can ask spirit, and I feel like they wanted you to know that that's how that works. It's like, wow, they're our co-pilot, but we're the ones directing it. They're supporting our journey, not the other way around. We're not supporting what they want for our life. It's we're much more of a more prominent energy in our co-creation of our lives. And but we can ask them, what is for our highest experience for our lives? What would you say? Being the know-it-all, the spirit realm, right? So I like that. We'll take a look here. So you've got the Four of Fire, which is joy, celebration, gatherings, and the Star card here, which is your dream, wishing upon a star. I like this. It's like them looking at what brings your heart joy, helping you identify what your dream truly is. And I understand now with what we were talking about there, it's a great awareness of, well, I'm trying to live up to what the universe thinks you know, what I'm supposed to do. What's my assignment? I gotta make my assignment. And they're like, no, it's an adventure. It's not work. It's an adventure. What do you want to do next? And they're saying, "What do you wanna do?" There's no wrong answer. What do you wanna do? What brings you joy? Celebrate. Head towards that, because that is what we come down here. Joy is our natural state of who we are. We come down here to experience all the lower vibrational emotions and experiences, and so there's nothing wrong with either one. Neither's right, neither's wrong. Things just bring us different experiences and outcomes, and they don't judge those either. We come down here for that. So I feel like, Liz, spirit is saying, focus on what brings you joy, what makes you feel full, and do more of that. Your heart knows the way, so run that way. I love it. All right, so that's what they have for you, Liz. So many blessings to you. And then up next, we got Needy Sarvaya. Hello, 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 Needy Sarvaya. I saw that. You said that earlier. Just say it. Just say it. Hello, hello, hello. Anyone to know what the universe wants you to do in order to start your career in M&A, and when you'll be able to get out of town? Okay, let's take a look here. I'm going to shuffle these up here. So, in the universe, like I was just talking about, the universe doesn't have like wants for us. They want us to be happy. They want us to have joy. They want us to have a great adventure. And so we can ask them a little differently. I'm just going to take a sip here. There we go. um, what does the universe recommend um, for the easiest way to start your career at M&E, right? So that's what we'll ask them. And then when will you be able to get out of town? So we'll take two cards here. The first one here, yep, the Judgment card, which is really a calling card. It's your higher self calling you to this higher place. And they're like, the career in M&A, it's like they're saying before you head off and do that, is that really what you want? Is that what your heart wants? What makes your heart sing? What you feel is like the most unique and best way that you can express the unconditional love in your heart with the world? Is that truly what you're wanting? And to think about that, because I feel like they're saying there's something bigger available for you, and do that. It's like if you go to um a little store and they have these little cups of ice cream, and they're like, "So what? Should I have that little one or that little one?" And they're like, "Well," and then they turn over and there's the bigger things of Haagen-Dazs or the big gallon of ice cream. "Well, wouldn't you prefer to have one of those?" And I feel like that's what they're doing to you, is pointing you at something bigger, something more in alignment with yourself there. You do have here with your getting out of town the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Earth. This is movement in the outside world. So it is coming up here very quick. You've been putting in the work, you've been putting in the blood, the sweat, the tears. And also, um, there might be more education. If there's something that you would want to do with your life that requires going to some sort of school, and I feel like when you look at your dream that involves that if you do that, that's what's gonna take you out of town, because you're gonna go away to school somewhere, because you're gonna get, grants and whatever, you're gonna be able to get in, support, financial support, loans, whatever is gonna allow you to move, because of what your true dream is. So that's what I feel is coming in for you right now, Needy. So there you go. Right, many blessings. And then Kastavi, hello, hello. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome to the beautiful soul family. I'm well. I hope you are doing well. And you want to know, will Harris unblock you in December? All right, let's take a look here. See if they are going to be unblocking you. See what Spirit wants you to know here. All right. So you've got the Sun, which is a very like a victorious, successful card, and the Page of Pentacles, which is new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So if it's for your highest experience, they will, because this is about abundance, brightness in your life. And the Page of Pentacles is, like I said, new opportunities opening up in the outside world. So it's either yes, or if they don't, then something else even more outshines it all in your life. And you're like, Harris, who? And so I do see this, as a very positive outcome for you in either case. But since we're asking specifically if they were going to do it, I would say that they are. But if for some reason they don't, I feel like it's going to be even brighter for you. It's like, is someone going to relight the torch so we can see in the dark? And it's like, no, but um you know here comes the sun. And you're like, oh, that's much better. I don't even have to carry in the torch, I can see everything. So that's what I feel, is the outcome with that. So hang in there, Kastabi. All right, many blessings to you. All right, and then A, you are up next. Hi. So your coworker seems to be opening up to you more, but he's hard to read. Help. All right, let's take a look here. What's going on? What would you like A to know about this coworker? What is happening here? Yeah, slowly but surely they're working on things. They're still working on their inner self here with the Queen of Earth, Queen of Pentacles, is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. They're doing a lot of self nurturing, especially with this Eight of Water, Eight of Cups. They're focusing on leaving behind emotions that no longer serve them. So they are transforming things emotionally, to be able to do that. And that makes sense that they're opening up, but it's like, um, I know we prefer the kind of flowers that overnight suddenly they're blossom and bloomed, like look at them, versus the one that takes like 4 weeks to open up fully, right? But that's what's going on. They're still working on their insights there, and it's worth it because you don't want, them to have all that emotional baggage. You want them to deal with all that stuff over there. So, but they are working on it, so that makes sense that you're feeling like they are opening up because they are, but little bitty, slowly, slowly. I feel like it will start snowballing and open up faster, but they're dealing with some heavy stuff now, and then once they get past this heavy stuff, things will become lighter. So, I like it. All right, so many blessings to you, and then Samoliza, you are up next. And when will your brother get stable? He tries hard, but not getting a job. Will he ever get stable financially? All right. So for Wahaj, yeah, Spirit knows who you're talking about. Let's take a look here. Will he? All right. I feel like you get one card here. Yeah, I've got the Three of Earth. And the Three of Earth comes right before the Four of Earth, which is balance of the Pentacles. So you're like talking about, will he get stable financially? Almost. What happens is they have to be true to their authentic self. And I feel like the big piece of what they're saying here is that rather than trying to be and do what they think everyone else thinks they should or what to do, there's so much fear and so much fear of failing and so much fear of letting people down that they are struggling trying to be someone that they're not. And I feel if they'll be more true to their authentic self and do what they want to do and go what they want to go, instead of like, well, you should go apply here. And he's like, okay, I'm going to go apply there. No, it didn't work out. It's like finding what makes his heart sing, finding out what his passion is, and doing that, because what's keeping him back is his inner child wanting to be true to their authentic selves. They're tired of putting on facades and masks, trying to please everyone. And that's why this is happening in his life. He's being forced to really look at his heart and go, if you lost everything and you had to start all over again, what would you want to do with your life? And I feel like that is the big shaking up that's coming in his life. It's like, what makes your heart sing? Look into that. Well, I can never do that. Look into that. Well, no, I would fail, but look into that. That's what Spirit's saying to him. So you can do that. You can make sure you do that to him, Samalisa. All right. Many blessings to you. And let's see, I've got one, two, three, four, five, six. I got about 7 more. And then I'm going to be in about 45 minutes. So I'm going to be finishing this up, and then I'll be posting as soon as I'm done here. I'll post all the names in order of the readings I did in this one, and then also post my next session coming up here super fast here soon. All right, so Nat, you are up. So a general reading, absolutely. Let's take a look here. Wow, look at this. So you've got the Two of Earth, Two of Pentacles, and the Magician card. Both of these, like the Two of Pentacles, sometimes will have like this big infinity symbol, which is about bringing the heavens to the earth. And the Magician card usually has someone with a wand pointed to the heavens and a hand pointed to the earth, which is a conduit of bringing heaven to earth. And so I feel like what they're saying here is really understanding, one, that there's a cycle of life, that we're not, if we're just the roots of the earth, then there's no branch, there's no um, you know branches with that, has the leaves and the blossoms and the fruit. So if you're just roots, you're not going to have fruit. And if you're just the branches and the trees and there's no root, a, a storm comes and the tree falls over. So it's important of experiencing both the human side and the spirit world. But there is this joining together that can happen. And I feel like this is what Spirit is saying. Magician 1, Two of Earth 2, and then 3. It's like stages. We experience the world as the human, and then we start understanding we're more than that, we're spirit. But then we think, well, isn't the spirit supposed to destroy our ego? No, it completes it, because it's searching for unconditional love, and our higher self can bring it. And so it's about joining together and walking upon the earth in a different way, then bringing in that love into the earth in your own special, unique way. And so I like this for you. I feel like they're saying you don't destroy your ego, your higher self completes it. And finding out how you uniquely want to share that love with the world in your own unique way is part of the fun scavenger hunt that we're on here. So that's what they have for you, Nat Nat. Many blessings to you. And then AB 28. Right, it gave me some information here. You're investing in Smartly marketing company. Is it profitable for you? Should you invest? Okay, so disclaimer in the description box of the video that I'm not a licensed, you know, physician, counselor, financial advisor, all that. So disclaimer here in the United States, we have to say that tarot, of course, is designed for entertainment purposes. Ultimately, you have to make your own decisions. I'll pull cards to see, but disclaimer, check, check. All right. So, first of all, is it profitable for you? Oh, um, you've got the death card here, which would be no, do not, do not invest in there. You have the Wheel of Fortune, which with a 10 here, with the death card and both of these coming out together. If you just got the Wheel of Fortune, I'd be like, heck yeah. But with both of these together, both tens, I mean, well, this is a 10. This is endings and beginnings. Um, so this is end. The 10 is a number of endings of fortune. So I would say very, very clear here. Do not invest in that. No, 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 no. They're waving you off on that one. So that's what's coming in there, Ab 20. So beware. All right. And then love you too. You were up. I am well. How are you? So Alexandria, you're wondering what is Marcelino's next actions. Let's take a look here. So they are letting go of a lot of expectations. I feel like they're in this transformative place with the 10 of air, which is the 10 of swords. And the page of earth is like this new way of looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world. I feel like and this may or may not have anything to do with you at all, unless you're putting a lot of demands on him and expecting a lot from him. But I feel like he had all of these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that he had growing up that has made him just feel so overwhelmed, fearing failing, not meeting up to things, that he's really just he wants to be free of all that pressure, and they're looking at their worth in relationship to the outside world differently because they're not defining themselves by people pleasing. So I feel like there's this big breath of fresh air that's coming in. A lot of weight is being lifted from his shoulders, and that he doesn't want this um, pressure. He wants to be able just to be themselves. They want to be able just to have new opportunities, and they just don't want a whole lot attached to everything, because expectations will suck the life out of any relationship and interaction. And I feel like they want this freedom just to experience things together without all of the intention and attachment and rules. I feel like they're in this place of their life right now. So I feel like their next action is they just want to go do something, new opportunity opening up in the outside world, but they don't want to have any strings attached type of things to it. They just want to go on an adventure free, so that without any expectations, everything you do is above and beyond abundance rather than just getting up to ground zero. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming in for you. Love you too. Hopefully that helps. Many blessings to you. And then Kushi Gupta, you want to know his current feelings and to when will he contact you? Let's take a look here. Let me just shuffle these up here, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to go. I think I missed one there when I was counting before. And for everyone else, if I missed anyone, deepest apologies. But I'll be back on in about 37 minutes. I better hurry up. Boom, boom, boom. So, current feelings, and when will he contact you? All right, let's take a look here. Well, so we've got the 9 of water here. So feelings, a lot of feelings. And I feel like they're trying to figure out here what their feelings are. The 9 is the hermit's journey. And for the energy of this card, it can be like dreams come true, and they're trying to figure out what does it mean to have your emotional dreams come true. And so I feel like they have feelings for you definitely here, but I feel like they're trying to figure out what makes me feel full and overflowing, because until they do this hermit's journey and turn inward and upward and go, ah, this is the love I'm looking for, then any love they look for in the outside world falls short compared to that love, right? And so I like this because you don't want them to go, you are my everything, and oh, you're not making me happy though. And it's like, well, that's not my job. It's your job to make you happy, connecting up there, right? When will they contact you? You got the Queen of Cups here, which she's very lot of emotion, a lot of intuitiveness, and there's like a lot of moon energy that I'm feeling from her in regards to contacting you. I feel like it's going to be around a significant moon. When do we have a full moon? I feel like the next full moon coming up here, which is coming up here. I was trying to see. Do I have it written down somewhere? Well, you can Google it, but I feel like it's going to be around this because I think it's the Cancer full moon that's coming up. Yeah, because I have a video coming out here because we just had I think it's about a week and a half or so away. So I feel like it's around that Cancer full moon because that is movement of emotion and all of that Queen of Cups energy. She has double water. And so there is this kind of nudge that that's going to be around when that is. So hopefully that helps for you, Kushi. Hang in there. Many blessings to you. And then Sahini, you liked and subscribed. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. And you like a general reading. What does Spirit want you to know right now? All right. We've got the Sun and the 8 of Cups, and this is Leo energy with the Sun who really dives deep into the inner child, the emotional inner child. And I feel like what brings this brightness, and the Sun is shining this light into emotions here. And the 8 of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you so you can move forward, also relationships. And I feel like this combination is the sun shining light into certain relationships in your life, certain emotional memories that are coming up. And I like this because this is freeing for you. It's revealing to you where you've been investing a lot of emotional energy and hardly getting any back, and you realize, this is what I was taught, to overgive and receive very little back. But I feel like there's this transformation that's happening with all of this as you get in tune with your inner child and find out, what is this? Who is this? If you have a chance, check out my Take 10 with Zen. I have a video series that's free. The playlist is at the very top of my page. And I think it's like episodes 4 and 5. One of those, it talks about fate, but it's about the Six of Pentacles and about the out of balance giving and receiving that's there. And I feel like that's a lot of what's going on here, is that you're working out this out of balance energy that you had below the surface, and that you are balancing things out. You're transforming some emotions that allows this rate of emotional exchange. Instead of being where you have to give 1,000 love coins to get one back, it's 1-to-1. So be sure to check that out if that resonates, because I feel like there is this beautiful, beautiful transformation that's coming with that. So many blessings to you, Sahini. And then Mizrak Bayin, I think. Apologies if I've mispronounced your name there. And you like a general reading. What does Spirit wants you to know right now? All right. Wow, movement of emotion. Some happiness coming your way here. Let me Just gonna try to throw another ad in there. Let me just skip the ads. There we go. I don't always catch those, so sorry if there's a lot of ads. I think they put them in every 30 minutes. But we've got the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion and the searching for higher emotion. All knights have a quest, and this knight is questing for the Ace of Cups, which the Ten of Cups is this emotional overfilling, like you can't even imagine the emotion that comes here. But it starts with this quest of searching inward and upward for the chalice, the Holy Grail, because you find the love you've been looking for inward and upward. And then when you're filling up with that beautiful love on the inside, then that's what fills up in it. The outside world, just anything emotion comes in is just above and beyond extra. It feels like emotional abundance in the outside world, but it starts inward. That quest that knight is on, he's taught, go look out here in the world. And so they're going searching for this Ace of Cups, the chalice, the Holy Grail, right? The big quest in the outside world, but it's inward and upward that we find it. And then when we do, that's what changes everything. So I feel like that's the big nudge from Spirit is free to look into that. All right, and then to our final question here. So we've got Delcy Joy. And so during your cataract surgery, you woke up screaming and moving in pain. Oh my gosh. The anesthesia wore off. Holy moly. Are your current vision problems more result of that surgery mishap or diabetes? All right. And as I mentioned earlier, just disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional, of course. So all of this is for entertainment purposes, and check the disclaimer in the video. And let's see what cards say here. So is it more from the mishap or from diabetes here? Let's take a look here. You got the Six of Water, the Six of Cups, which has to do with childhood, and the Elder of Fire is the King of Wands, which is about fire and movement. So I feel like it's a combo between the two. And I feel like I don't know if one is more of a result of the other. The king, the elder being the higher, I feel like both impact you, but I feel like the surgery mishap ha, ha- you know has a bigger impact, you know, what is it? 70-30, kind of in there. So I definitely feel like the 6 of cups kind of represents childhood. Upbringing is where the diabetes came from, right? But the elder fire is the movement because it's fire energy, that it's movement, and it has to do with that. So it feels like it's a combo between the two there, Delcy. But definitely, I feel with the king being the leader of the ones that they're way above the six, that's definitely more about the surgery than the diabetes. So hang in there, my dear, and sending you lots of love and healing energy, and may you recover fast there. All right, everybody. That's it for now. I will be back in less than 30 minutes, so I'm going to head off. I will quickly put a list of the readings in order as I've completed them so you can find it easier. And then I'll be posting my next live coming up here. And remember, as you guys are going throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you, much love to you. Hang in there. Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. We'll see you soon. Zoom, zoom.